Okay, so we're kind of ready here. Let's get a little wax on here. Okay, so I think we're ready here. Let's do a little sandage here. All I'm going to do here is get close to these radiuses, and then we'll mill these flats here, and then go from there. Okay, so we're over here on the mill. I'm just going to plop this in here like this. And then what we want to do is we want to line this up parallel with the world here. So let's kind of do an eyeball first. Get kind of close. And there's a couple ways we can do this. Once again, this is not anything hyper precision. So we can use a height gauge here and just pick up on that edge there like that, okay? And then come over here and compare this side, and then we can bump it around. Actually, I'm going to raise it up. Since this is the pivot point, I'm going to make that a little higher. That thing's right in the way, isn't it? And then I can just tap this end down, like so, to meet it. And this is actually that's actually pretty good right there. Okay, so the other way you can do this is, if you don't have a little height gauge like that, if you have a small surface gauge like so, okay, you can set this up kind of the same way here, and then you just adjust it. Let's see, Spin it up a little bit. All right. We adjust it there, and then we come down, and you can see I'm not banging into stuff here. This little one's kind of nice for that. All right. So we compare the two ends. Oop, did I bump it? Yeah, I did bump it. Bump something. All right. Come over here and check that. All right, I'm gonna call that kind of good. Oh, that's loose. Okay, that's what's going on. My pivot's loose. All right, let's try that again. Good. And good. Okay, let's lock that sucker down. Let's get these out of the way. All right, now let's plunk oh, lucky me, a milling tool in here. There. Come down and touch that. Come off. Now, let's talk about this for just a split second here. This is up a little bit. So we're gonna make a cut, and we'll see how the finish comes out, and if it vibrates too much, because this is a little bit tall, although this plate's fairly thick. So we'll do a test cut. We got some material to come off of there. If it doesn't hum too much or do anything kind of offensive, we'll go with it. If not, we can put some thicker pieces, sandwich them in the vise, realign it, and then clamp those to it to kind of act like strong backs. So let's try this. So it's like almost 2,000 RPM there. Well, it's humming a little bit, but nothing too bad. All right, let's do both. I'm raising the knee in this case, so I'm also using the rapid traverse as my cutting speed here. So I'm going to come back because the chips shoot in that direction when I cut this way. Probably go a fair amount here. You can hear it, it's ringing a little bit, but nothing alarming or anything, so. All right, so we're getting kind of close, so. And then we'll flip it over and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So then after I get those two milled, then I'll go back and I'll belt sand the remainder of this and get a nice blend into that corner there. Oh yeah, not bad. Okay, rinse and repeat. So one thing I noticed when we were cutting this here is this marker that I got from Chuck, and it looks like the WD-40 kind of attacks it a little bit, so it's starting to weep a little bit, which is kind of not, you know, defeats the purpose of it, right? All right, that pretty good. Yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to mill the second side. Okay, so over here on the vise, we're gonna we belt sanded this right up to the line, and now what I want to do is kind of blend these in with a little bit of draw filing. So let's do a little draw filing. Put that down in there. So draw filing, for those of you that are familiar with it, so this is kind of normal filing here like this. And draw filing, the file is perpendicular, and we draw the file across the work this way, and it produces a really nice finish for one thing. So let's go ahead and do a little bit. And you know, I'm not going to show all of this because this takes a little while to go around all this, but we'll do a little section here, and you guys can see it. So what I do is the file will lay on there like so, right? Well, that's where I want to be. And you can see that it's cutting almost all the way across and taking those scratch lines out, and then we clear it. And you got to clear the chips, otherwise they start dragging through the work. So I'm putting some pressure down, but mainly I'm concentrating on keeping it nice and flat. You know, it's tempting to rock the file to catch the lines that you're trying to get out, but resist that, because what you're trying to do is produce a relatively flat surface too, right? So yeah, I could get those lines out real quick, but then I'd have this mushy non-flat surface. So you know, sometimes you got to work your way down to those marks. And the other thing I do is I flip the file over if I feel like it's getting loaded up. So I think you kind of get the idea, but it'll produce a really nice finish, almost machined, right? In the old days, a lot of the things that we traditionally do, or that we do now on the mill or the lathe, a lot of the stuff was hand fitted, by guys that were really good with files and chisels and stones and all those kind of hand tools to produce really nice finish or surfaces and fits. Okay, and then we'll just kind of work our way around. And I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing, but you get the idea.